On the last part, Beerus, the god of destruction, has finally awoken from his nap. Beerus rubbed his eyes and asked Whis to fill him in on all the events that occurred during his sleep, and what Beerus heard shocked him. Frieza had seemingly turned good and allied with the Saiyans. Beerus was basically dumbfounded and insisted they go over the Earth right away to investigate. As usual, Beerus arrives during Bulma's birthday party, and Frieza and Vegeta immediately recognize Beerus. Cold sweat trickles down Frieza's back, and the tension between Frieza, Vegeta and Beerus was escalating. Beerus was getting annoyed. As time went on, and even though Boo didn't anger him during this version of events, Beerus soon challenges everyone to a fight. Only Vegeta, Goku and Frieza could even lay a finger on Beerus, and even the three of them cooperating together was still no match for Beerus' immeasurable strength. As usual, Goku turned Super Saiyan God with help from the Super Saiyan God ritual, and he impressed Beerus so much that Beerus immediately demanded both Goku and Vegeta go over to his planet to train. Frieza didn't follow because he's still quite uncomfortable with Beerus and decides to stay on Earth to train instead. Meanwhile, Gohan was also lamenting his own inability to do anything during this situation. As usual, he had to rely on Goku, Vegeta and Frieza to help him. So Gohan then glanced over at Frieza. They share a look of understanding. They are going to be each other's training partners. With Frieza on their side, no Resurrection S saga takes place. Instead, we move straight over to the Universe 6 tournament. How will things unfold? Well, let's find out today on Dragon Ball Super. Let's get straight into the video. On a normal day on Beerus' planet, Goku and Vegeta were training intensely with Whis. Beerus was taking a nap as usual when two uninvited guests made their presence known as they crashed and destroyed basically half of the forest on Beerus' planet. They were none other than Champa and Vados. The two God of Destruction siblings have a not so friendly reunion with each other, constantly mocking and insulting each other. Goku watches on in confusion while Vegeta in amusement. Eventually, Champa tells Beerus the reason he was here, a tournament between the two universes for the Super Dragon Balls. Beerus ponders on this. Well, he had two super strong fighters, and Frieza was also no slouch. Beerus accepts the challenge, and Champa immediately declares victory. This infuriates Beerus even more. However, before another fight breaks out, Vados transports Champa away. Both siblings were pretty confident in their own team. Champa had a secret weapon hidden up his sleeve, while Beerus was quite impressed at Goku and Vegeta's growth during this short period of time. So, the recruitment process for the tournament begins. Gohan and Frieza have been training regularly since the Battle of Gods saga, so they were both really strong at this point in time. So, Goku and Vegeta travel over to Earth from Beerus' planet and witness one of the sparring sessions between Gohan and Frieza. Gohan and Frieza were sparring at Capsule Corporation and trading blows with each other. Even though Gohan was only in his base form and Frieza only in his full power state, well, they are both displaying impressive reflexes and speed. Goku watches on in amazement. This was awesome! Now he had two even more strong fighters, and Vegeta just nods his head in approval. Since the Buu saga, he has always maintained his point that Gohan had the most potential out of all of them. Seeing Gohan tap into his own potential was something that greatly appeased the Prince of all Saiyans. So obviously, these two were the next picks for the tournament, making 4 out of 5 of the team members already chosen. So who will be the last member? Well, this last member is none other than Piccolo. Piccolo has also been training regularly with Gohan and Frieza, and he's actually stronger than his cat himself. So now, we move into the tournament. As usual, Goku and Vegeta travel over to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber first to do some more last minute training. Keep in mind, because Goku and Vegeta are stronger, they have already started training for powers that exceed Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, aka Super Saiyan Blue, with Vegeta already delving into the power of destruction and Goku trying to tap into Ultra Instinct. So the 3 years in the hyperbolic time chamber were more to further refine their skills instead of improving their power even further. The 3 years passed by, and now Goku and Vegeta exit the hyperbolic time chamber, excited and pumped for the tournament. The day of the tournament arrives, and everyone travels over to their deserted and forsaken planet. So there's actually no changes to the Universe 6 lineup, nor any changes to the matches that follow. Though when Frieza sees Frost, Frieza was intrigued. Who was this Frost and how strong was he? Obviously, Frost was also interested in Frieza as well, but their mutual interest in each other will be settled at a later date. For now, let the tournament begin. Goku faces off against Butamo in the first match, and Butamo is even less of a challenge in this version of events, and Goku easily hurls Butamo out of the arena, securing a ring-out victory. Next up, Goku faces off against Frost. The commentator comments on Frost's charity efforts, which reinforced the notion that Frost was a good person. Goku was surprised while Frieza suspicious. This caused Goku to kinda let down his guard, and Frieza could tell. So Frieza immediately warns Goku not to do so. Frost could easily be lying to the entire world. Frieza wouldn't put it past him. And Goku decides to take Frieza's words seriously. Over the years, Goku has learned to trust Frieza. Frieza has proved his worth as a valuable and trustworthy ally. So Goku decides to focus during his fight against Frost. So now Goku faces off against Frost, and he just decides to take this fight in his base form. This is because he doesn't actually need to even transform at all. In his base form, he was able to push Frost to his full power and even overwhelm Frost. Frost tries desperately to do anything that will even push Goku at all. However, it was simply a piece of cake for Goku, and Frost's attacks basically do nothing. It was basically just a warm-up fight for Goku. And Goku decides to end this right now. Frost knew that he had to do something, if not he was going to be eliminated. So Frost immediately charges towards Goku. Goku blocks his punch. However, suddenly he realizes that he was starting to feel lightheaded. Goku sees a small needle in Frost's palm and knew that Frost was cheating. He knew that he had to immediately go all out right away if he wanted to win this fight. So he goes Super Saiyan and pushes Frost straight out of the arena. This is before he collapses to the ground himself. Frost was eliminated via ring out, and Goku faints on the floor. And upon further inspection and Goku's testimony after he wakes up, Frost was disqualified from the tournament, and Goku gets to remain in the competition. Goku decides to take a rest from now, as he was still feeling slightly lightheaded from Frost poison. So Piccolo steps up as the next fighter. Piccolo, with his regular training with Gohan and Frieza, is stronger than his canon self, as I've mentioned before, though not by much. He does manage to defeat Vegeta after figuring out Vegeta's weakness, which is just insults. So Piccolo just throws them in Vegeta's face and manages to push Vegeta out of the ring. Afterwards, he barely manages to defeat Kaba, as he was quite exhausted with his fight from Vegeta. However, without Vegeta teaching Kaba how to turn Super Saiyan, this means that the Universe 6 Saiyans will not know how to turn Super Saiyan when they go into the Tournament of Power a few months from now. So this is the last opponent standing in Universe 7's path to victory. This was none other than Champa's secret weapon, none other than the mysterious assassin Hit. How will Piccolo fare against such a powerful opponent? And how will the rest of the Universe 7 do? Well, these are all questions we'll answer in the next part on Dragon Ball Super. Thank you all so much for watching.